And now, on Ellen, we'd like to welcome Odysseus!
Odysseus, how are you?
Pretty great, as usual.
So, do you consider yourself a hero?
Of course, I consider myself a hero. I won the Trojan War, I saved my country, and I made it home to my family, and I accomplished all my life goals.
What about all the people that died?
Well, in the end, my only goal was to return to my family, and it is promising that they were lost in this battle, but it is a loss that was worth it for my long-term goals.
So how is Penelope?
She's good. She's good.
And Telemachus?
Ooh, he's going off on his own adventures now.
So what are your goals now that you've finally gotten home to your family?
Well, you see, I missed out on like 20 years of what was going on Ithaca. So I think that it's probably maybe time that I can take my family on a journey, you know? We can go sail the seas, I can show them all the monsters I defeated, and they can see how I live my life in glory, and they can experience some of that adventure for themselves.
Are you afraid that the gods may come for your family and harm your trip?
I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've cleared up all my issues with Poseidon, and you know, I think at this point I've already solved all my issues with God. And I mean, things are pretty good right now for me.
So what did you think was the scariest monster or the hardest to battle?
Well, you see, most of them, there was a logical way out. There was easy to fight and defeat. But I mean, the one that was difficult was the sorceress Circe, because she had all her little tricks, and it wasn't. You couldn't fight her with a sword, and you couldn't you couldn't just cut off her head. I mean, you had to think and use your brain, and most of my men were really stupid, so that took a while.
I heard the story of when you defeated the Cyclops, and I thought that was really cool, but what were you thinking when you, tormented him, and then he got all your men back to the start of the battle?
I don't know. I mean, that was a difficult battle because, I mean, we had to blind the Cyclops and I had to watch him in pain, but it was kind of satisfying to defeat an enemy like that, to feel very powerful and defeat something so strong.
Well, do you have any regrets about your journey?
Well, not really.
Not even people who died?
No, you see, I mean, I think that they are just casualties in this battle that I fought to return to my people, and in the end, they don't really matter as much as it mattered for me to see Penelope again.
Do you have any people you'd like to thank?
Well, I mean, speaking of Penelope and my family, they were my inspiration throughout this journey to get home. But I guess I also should probably thank the goddess Athena for protecting my home at Ithaca while I was away. Sorry, it's getting really worked up there, sweating in the shirt, so I had to do a quick change.
Well, back to your last question about Athena. We have a special guest today. Welcome, Athena.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very good. How about you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking. So what made you choose to help Odysseus in his trip?
I chose to help Odysseus because I personally believe that mankind can choose to do the right thing when they are given the opportunity. So I just took it upon myself to help Odysseus because I knew that he could get through it with just a little bit of a push.
So what was the hardest part of the journey?
The hardest part of the journey was probably not really the journey, but I had to be in multiple places at once because I would have to be obviously myself, the god Athena, and I had to be an old beggar, and I also had to be back in Ithaca helping Odysseus' wife with all the suitors. So it was very hard being in multiple places at once.
What about you, Odysseus?
I don't know, I mean, there's a lot of monsters I had to fight, a lot of challenges I had to overcome. But I mean, the hardest part for me was just having everybody depending on me for their survival, and all the fate of my journey was all on my shoulders, and there's a lot of responsibility.
So looking back on the Trojan War, that was kind of how your adventure started. Do you want to tell us about that?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was a great victory in Troy. We had a successful invasion, and I mean, all I wanted was to sail home. And I mean, the gods are very touchy sometimes, and I just claimed I didn't need their help, and I don't need their help still.
So, while he's convulsing, how is Olympus? What's it like up there?
It's very nice. You know, Zeus is up to no good like usual. But I've actually been thinking about a change in career path, and I've been working on a little something.
Would you like to show us it?
Oh, yes. I have a video that of a song that I've been working on, and I would love to have you and Odysseus. Seen Hades in the flesh. I waste my time doing godly things on Olympus, and I'm not proud of his crazy mess. In his torn up town, no Ithaca envy, but Mount Olympus like gold things. Great Zeus, Hermes in his wing shoes, young fame, gold pounds, parties in Poseidon's room. We don't care. We're driving chariots in our dreams, and everybody's like crystal. Payback time is on our toilet seats, board games, islands, lovely Aphrodite, and we don't care. We're not caught up in his affairs, and we'll never be mortals. It kinda runs in our blood. We'll punish you if you don't like us. We crave revenge and Haagen-Dazs. I am your ruler. You can call me Queen of Thebes.
Baby, you'll rule.
You'll rule. You'll rule. I live in a fantasy. Yes! Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming. Thank you all for coming and seeing Odysseus and Athena. Thank you all. Thank you all. Let's do that.
And we'll never be mortals.
The beard. Never seen Hades in the flesh.
Do I have to reread the part about thanking Athena?
No.
Okay.
You just have to. Are you gonna come and say you changed your shirt?
Oh, yeah.
And